Oh, you're talking about Dimensional Gears?
Is that what it was called?
Yes.
The game that you produced?
Yes. Well, I did not. I was not the producer for that game. I was a designer and a playtest header. Playtest coordinator. I did the overwhelming majority of the playtest for that, but regardless.
I did the overwhelming majority of the playtest.
Well, yeah, because like there were 2 other designers in that team, and they did like 1 each per week, whereas I did like 3 a week. Because I had to write up big reports for each playtest at the end, but regardless. What I hate about the final boss of this game is... it was really annoying in the first 3 games how you had to, like, waste time grinding energy to get your sub-tanks back up. But in this game, you can't even do that. You have to beat it. Like, you get your sub-tanks and your weapon tank filled before you fight this boss. But if you die, there's no way to go back and grind, as far as I know. You might be able to leave... Can you leave the stage, Alonzo? And go back to the main menu?
I don't think so. I think then you gotta restart again.
Yeah, so it's like, if you run out of your sub-tanks and you need to fill them up, you basically have to replay this entire last level all over again. So...
Yeah, all the bosses and everything, it's not fun. Ooh.
Alright, the Wild are entering overtime.
Is this gonna be like the statistical 20% where they actually win for a change?
Oh wow, look at that. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to...
Sally forth.
Fuck!
What the hell?
What the hell?
And Alonzo died.
I don't know. Okay.
And then Alonzo...
Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong save file. That's
Oh god, we're playing as a different character all of a sudden. That's weird.
Weird.
Yeah, I think a gremlin might have gotten into your console.
Is this the final boss right here now?
Yeah.
Alright, we're back, everybody. Welcome back to Sniff Mavericks.
No, we have to redo some stuff, so
yeah.
You guys talk among yourselves real quick.
Alright, well...
This would have been the situation I was trying to ignore.
In his own mouth. Did you hear that, Mikey?
That would be very impressive if he was able to do that. I couldn't do that.
Be very flexible.
Mikey's...
Alonzo crop dusts himself.
Mikey is so fat that when he sits around the room, he actually sits around the room.
That's so stupid.
Mikey's so fat that he tripped over a cordless phone.
Mikey's so fat that he sat on a quarter and a booger came out of George Washington's nose.
God, I had that whole like save state trick ready for that one moment and I fucked it up. Yeah. I'm so pissed right now.
Alonzo's
because I've been doing it actually throughout the gameplay.
Alonzo's a liar.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fairness, that boss was designed like shit. Or it's like you can't tell what's happening because they don't have the appropriate ASF for anything. Though it did turn out that I was wrong, and I admitted this in the comments, where like there was like a text box that said you have to charge the spears, and I missed it because I was talking to you guys, so...
No, I think Amy somehow skipped the animation or something like that.
Well, yeah, there was that as well, but then there was a different text box earlier than that also said you have to charge it. And I missed it because I couldn't... I was talking to you guys, and that's the thing about playing video games for the show.
The Wild One! The Wild One!
You know what game that's from? That's that song I used?
Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah. Specifically the GBA version, because it sounds like over the top. Oh my god, this cat has a sailor's hat. That's adorable.
What? Quintuple Sniff Mavericks Deluxe 27.
And welcome back to Penis Lickers 2000.
Oh, you have to go through the entire boss rush again, don't you?
That's what
I
saying,
just said, Dad.
Ethan.
Wee wee in the pond.
Mikey, what's your mom's phone number? I want to call her and ask her about Wee Wee in the Pond.
Oh, she doesn't remember. I had asked her about it recently, and I was just like, do you remember when I made that little book called Wee Wee in the Pond and you got really mad? And she's like,
Why would she get angry about it?
Because it was immature, it was poo-poo humor. And she's like kind of adverse to that.
Little does she know, her son makes fart jokes all day long on Game Mavericks.
Well, at least they're fart jokes, they're not poop jokes.
I know, those are gross.
Yeah, that shit's serious.
Yeah, even Ethan doesn't have that fetish.
No, I don't have.
You want a Cleveland steamer? Did you hear that sound I edited for the playthrough?
Yeah, that was fucking nasty. God.
I pitch shifted the cum squirt sound effect down like 20 steps and then like looped it. And then like I edited in someone going like, oh, after it was over.
We've been going for double hours. Jesus Christ.
It's almost...
Oh, I'm starving right now. Yeah?
It's almost like having the boss rush and the final boss in the same level. It was a bad idea.
Nah.
So you have to go through them all again?
Yeah. That's one of the problems with X6 is that it only has 3 castle levels. Kind of like Mega Man and Base, so like they shove High Max and Gate into one giant level.
Fuck the gate fight.
Yeah, that... Oh my god.
Fight sucks.
Boss rushes are a pain in the ass.
Yeah, they suck.
Like, there's a... Especially when you have to, like, use the same health bar.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. So, for the TurboGrafx 16, there's Bonk's Adventure, right? Have you ever played it?
Yes. I've never finished it, but
Did you finish?
I have played it.
That's one of the hardest fucking boss rushes. Oh my god. So difficult. Oh no, I just stopped my recording and then deleted my recording.
No.
That's alright, I'll record it in post. I'll record it in post, it's okay.
Okay, 2 more.
I like how you're editing me, editing all the clips of the soundboard like this.
Huh?
You were editing in the playthrough. You were putting in like meat.
Oh yeah.
You're trying to put in your interpretation, and then at one point you put Fart 1 and Dat Sample back to back, and it was just really funny.
I love how shitty Fart 1 sounds.
I know, I love how shitty Dat Sample sounds. Fart 1 is a classic.
Yes.
That's not even from a playthrough. Because remember, that was from our first attempt at Sonic 1, when we all had different mics?
Yeah.
That was a good time.
Oh my god, that was before I knew how to sync them properly. So we had to re-record the whole thing with one mic.
Well, how did it get off like that anyway?
Well, the problem is that it's frame locked, and our sound overlapped with each other because we were all in the same room, and I didn't know how to de-bleed back then. So unless if they were exactly correctly synchronized, it would sound like garbage. Like right now, we're recording in 3 separate rooms right now over Discord, so it's easier. But anyway, I sent you that clip, Ethan. I made myself... you remember that...
So gross.
Yes, it is. That's why it's so funny.
The dude going, oh, at the end is awful.
And
then I edited that in like several times. Because I thought it was... when I first originally made it, I gave myself a laughing fit. So it's not just you that does that when you do like a good edit.
Yeah. Oh.
We're back, by the way.
Yeah.
Just a good little site detour.
Yeah, Alanzro replayed the entire game from the beginning and got all the way back up here. What are you giggling about now?
This is what you just said. The joke that just emitted. The joke you just unleashed upon us.
Yeah, the Cleveland steamer.
Like a smelly fart in the room.
Yeah, like Ethan's got to get up and open the window. It's so bad. It's like that time Alanzro farted.
I remember that.
Yeah, I made it its own video called Alanzro the Ripper.
Is that the one where you edited in that guy from Big Trouble Little China exploding?
Yes! I stole some assets and used that as the thumbnail of the video.
Alanzro the Ripper. It's like Jack the Ripper, but instead this case he's ripping toots.
I know. That's what I was going for.
It's one of those times where Ethan's laughing so hard you can't hear it over Discord.
Yes.
Oh,
that was good stuff.
Wait, why did this not refill? Oh goodness! Now we're coming in with less.
Now I'm faced with my own mortality.
Oh, I'm out too. Oh goodness.
Oh, you gotta reload that save state.
No, Alanzro didn't do a practice playthrough.
Again.
I did, but...
When's the last time you played a game? Was it? Oh, it was Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, yeah, that might have been it.
And it's not like we played many since.
Yeah.
And we're back.
See, we want...
You can tell that we're playing on an actual console because they're scan lines.
Yeah, Ethan just edited in some black bars over the screen.
Yeah, I was gonna edit it in like a grid.
Yes.
I don't know how to do that though.
It's pretty easy to generate one or download one from the internet. And if it looks shitty, it'll be even funnier.
They've been there the entire playthrough. If I did that, I think Mike, you wouldn't be friends with me anymore.
It's like you render the part in 480i and then delete all the raw files, so that's all we have left.
Yeah, I upload in 240p.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about you and 480i that you hate so much.
I just think it's stupid that we're still using interlace video in the year of our Lord 2024. Like,
I mean, they're still using DVD players.
Or at least that, well, DVDs are also 480i.
What?
Yeah, they're 480i. They're not 480. Like some DVDs have 480p, but most of them do not.
Yeah, so it's 480i, and they're still like you can still buy a brand new DVD player.
Yeah, because old people haven't heard of Blu-rays apparently. And apparently in other regions like South America, Blu-ray failed when it came out, so they just don't even know what it is over there.
Oh, that's weird. Did you win, or is there another final boss part 2?
There's
part
a
2.
final boss part 2.
Okay, so
You're
we're
all out
click.
of... Oh, is that health right there?
Yeah.
Because otherwise...
Oh, wrong button.
God damn it. Alanzro.
Did you just... Oh, God.
I mixed up my F2 and F1s. Oh well.
Cut!
Fuzzball. Okay then.
Make a save state now.
No, yeah, that's what
Make
that's
sure
what I
that
did
you don't
last
mix
time,
up
but it
the
didn't.
buttons this time. Ethan edited a rumbling fart with debris coming from the ceiling. Ethan pitch shift like the Cleveland Steamer clip down like 16 steps, so that sounds like. Well, now that we're all out of energy, we're completely exhausted and we don't care about anything anymore. Let's talk about the final
Are we
boss.
playing right now?
Yeah, we're at the final
Yeah, we're
boss.
back.
Oh, we're back. Holy crap. I can eat those last chips. Oh, I love chips so much.
Yeah.
I got hungry while waiting for Alanzro to finish that last boss. It's been like 6 weeks.
It's just like how when we played the original X, Alanzro got stuck on the final boss for 6 hours. And I had to tell
wasn't
my
6
story
hours.
about the airplane or whatever. Can you kill those heads?
What was that story?
I don't remember. I just remember I told, like, it took so long to finish that final boss that I ended up telling a story about flying from Seattle to Minneapolis that recent time.
Did I tell you about the time that I flew from Minneapolis to Seattle?
Let's hear your airplane story today, sir. While we're waiting for...
I don't remember what it was. Oh, I remember what the story was, but I don't remember if I've told it on the show before.
I do not believe you have, no.
Well, I'll make it quick. I flew to Seattle, the Sovereign Principality of Seattle, to go visit my uncle, who lives in...
Oh, yes.
Who lived in Vancouver, which is closer to Portland. But I flew there by myself, and it was the first time I was ever flying by myself.
May I interrupt quickly and say that one of my favorite things to do in Minnesota when I lived there was go to Noodles and Company every Saturday. That's what I would do to treat myself at the end of every week. I'd go down, I'd walk for 20 minutes down to that Target in that parking lot. They had a Noodles and Company. And I loved it because I loved it so much. And they don't have they have like one Noodles and Company in this entire godforsaken state, and it's down by the fucking Oregon border for some reason.
I loved it. I loved it so much.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's such a nice tradition, though. Like, you had Monday night was pizza night.
Sure. I don't...
You said that before. You came home with a Papa Murray's pizza one time. It's like, it's pizza night.
Remember that time you and Nicole made dinner? You made, like, some kind of, like, beef stew or something. Some kind of beef dish. Maybe Chinese dish. And then, like...
You didn't like the broccoli smell.
Yeah, so, like, all of a sudden, I came out of my room holding a Febreze bottle, or a spray bottle. And then I came into the kitchen, sniffed a couple of times, and then sprayed the entire can into the kitchen to cover up the smell. Because
that's not what happened. That's not what happened, because to this day, whenever I'm describing my friend Mikey to my friends, I mention that. Nicole and I both distinctly remember this, and I can bring her on camera to corroborate this story. But no, her and I had made dinner, and we were... It was like rice and steamed broccoli with some chicken.
Okay.
But we had steamed broccoli, yes. You weren't home. You came inside after we had came in after we had already finished dinner and we're like sitting on this pontoon watching TV.
Yeah.
You walked in, we looked at you, you're like, hello. And then you make a visible sniffing motion. So you're like going you do that thing with your upper lip to make it obvious that you were sniffing. You're like, did you make broccoli in here? We're like, yeah. Like, oh. Then you walked into your room, you came right back out, and you sprayed the Febreze around. And then you walked right back out and left. Like, you came back to get something, and then you left, but you just came in, smelled it, blew Febreze everywhere, and then walked right back out. Like, the most passive-aggressive thing you could have done ever.
So that's that. Anyway, back to your story about the trip to visit Uncle Mike.
Oh yeah, let's cut Ethan's story with another Ethan story. Oh my god.
I like how you're like, oh yeah, whenever I describe my friend Mikey, that's the story I tell. But how...
Usually, because that was so funny.
And then Alonzo had a similar story about how he was sitting at the, what the hell is that center at the back of campus called?
Anderson?
No, the one on the opposite side of campus.
Kloss.
Okay, yeah. So Alonzo and his football buddies were sitting at Kloss near the subway, and then I walk in, see that, and then apparently they were excited to see me there because they liked making fun of me behind my back. So then...
No, they just like to hang out with you.
I don't know.
They like to tease the shit out of him, Alonzo.
Yeah, because he was weird as hell to them.
They teased me too, and that's why I never wanted to hang out with them. Because I realized pretty quickly that I was on the receiving end of their jokes, and I did not belong.
But anyways, I walk into Kloss to get a Submart sandwich because I was hungry. Then I saw that there was a line, and then I immediately left. And apparently, Alonzo's football buddies thought that was hilarious.
Well, people did that all the time. In between classes, the line for Subway would get so huge that it was, like, impossible. You have to wait for 28 minutes.
Well, what I remember was trying to walk to the gym from the apartments. You'd have to, like, walk across the entire campus to get to the gym from the apartments. Because it was, like... Yeah, regardless. But
To be fair, the campus was small.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like... McAllister.
U of M. Have you ever been to the U of M? That
no,
place is
I've not.
gigantic. We go there a lot to. Well, we go there sometimes to watch games.
But regardless, what was your airplane story, Ethan?
We crashed and died.
Just end the episode there.
I stopped editing when Alanzro said edit out the episode.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He said, Ethan, stop editing.
Just
That's when it ended. We're not actually. This is all just going to be cut off anyway. No, I was sitting in the very back. I was all nervous about flying all by myself for the first time. I was like 14, maybe 15. Yeah, I was 14. And there were like these 8 kids behind me that were like together in a group, but they were also flying alone. Like they got dropped off by an adult. They flew and then they were picked up at the gate by an adult, I guess. The entire time. I mean, the entire time. They said, they looked outside the window and said, "It's the Puget Sound! Dude, it's the Puget Sound!" No. It's the Cascade Mountains! It's the Cascade Mountains! Dude, look at this Cascade Mountains! Dude, oh my god, look, it's Cascade Mountains! For like the entire 3-hour flight, they said, I was like, wow, we passed the Cascade Mountains back in Minnesota, I guess. So, my uncle and I forever have been, every time we like see a mountains in the background of a video game, we'll take a picture of it and be like, dude, it's the Cascade Mountains.
And this is.
And then when we went to Ground Control Video Arcade.
And then
We went to Ground Control Video Arcade, and nearby there's a place that said the Cascades. So my uncle and I got a picture of it in front of it there.
Ground Control Arcade to Major Tom.
Fuck you.
Nobody's gonna get that joke because
It's Robert Bowie.
all of our audience is like Gen Zers and young millennials.
them TikTokers.
Yeah.
And TikTok. Nobody is cool enough to do TikTok. Make TikTok. Just watch it.
Soon we'll be banned.
Is this gonna be a tradition every time we play next game, Alanzro? You're gonna get stuck on the final boss for 6 hours?
No.
No, I was good. I beat it in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I took 3 minutes.
When Ethan edits this, he's just gonna cut from the final boss starting to it dying.
Huh?
You're gonna cut from when the final boss starts to when it dies to make it look like it died instantly.
I love fuck the audience jokes. They're so funny. Screw the audience jokes are so good. Can you hear me eating chips?
No, it's getting cut out through Discord, thankfully, but it's gonna show up in the recording. You better believe it.
Yep.
Could they have made
It's
this
more interesting
boss
than
any
watching this final
longer?
boss.
It's like it goes on for 3,000 years.
Yeah, this boss is also not fun to fight.
I could get a liverectomy in the time it takes to finish this.
This game's amazing. The final boss isn't good, though.
Yeah.
To be fair, it is probably more fun if you're playing it.
That's pretty fun.
Alanzro doesn't sound like he's having very much fun.
I'm having a blast.
He got a face full of the LP curse just now.
Every time I play a game for the show, I do really well, except when it's Bucky O'Hara.
Remember when we played Little Samson and I fell asleep?
Oh my god.
You actually fell
Yes,
asleep?
I did. I fell asleep during that playthrough for like a solid 20 minutes.
I don't remember this at all.
Well, you didn't notice. You're just like...
I would have noticed if you were sleeping for 20 minutes.
it was something like that, where like I was asleep for a while and you're like, Mikey, you haven't said anything in a while, and I was just like, ew, what?
Mikey was having a siesta.
Aren't we supposed to be having a siesta?
What is that from?
Oh, it's me misquoting Shrek 2. Or Puss in Boots says, "Aren't we supposed to be having a fiesta?"
Oh.
¿Por qué es tu cumpleaños?
¿Por qué eres tan flaco?
God, this
March
fucking
2nd.
the yellow one.
I like how he just turns into a big purple guy. Oh my god, it like...
With a gun.
Does he have a weakness, Alonzo, or is it
Yep,
just the Buster?
the X-Buster.
Oh, that's
Just the
lame.
X-Buster. Ah, fuck.
Fuckberry biscuit waffles. Oh, that was a Major League Gamer moment.
That was a hashtag fucking Mountain Dew gamer moment.
Come on, kindly pass away.
Kindly pass away.
Yeah, unalive yourself, sir. And by sir, I mean Sigma, the fictional boss in the video game. I'm not asking my co-hosts to pass away. There we go.
That's
There
only
we
one
go.
part.
Bless you.
No!
Are you
Fuck!
shitting me? I thought you killed him! Are you
No, he has
fucking
2
kidding me?
stages.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This is the worst
Yeah,
game
you have
of
to
all
be-
time. I'm just kidding. But seriously. Christ alive.
No, that right is held for Smurf on the ColecoVision.
Just Smurf.
That's it.
Ethan edited a picture
you
of
edit
the
a
box
clip of
art
it?
of Smurf for the ColecoVision. That's the one where like they cut back to clips from the cage because Spock's like, "This is the reason I've kidnapped Captain Pike and I'm now taking him to
All right.
Talos 4." Okay, and he's dead. No one cares. He's been.
You know what the aliens in that were?
Boss
women?
fight was fun,
the
guys.
Telosians, they got like the big brain heads. They look great. But yeah, they made a new show based on Captain Pike, and Ahura is in that show, but she's played by someone who looks absolutely nothing like Nichelle Nichols. And she's like the plucky, happy-go-lucky young cadet. And it's like...
That's weird.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
I'm not sure, like... Because, like, I think the character is fine just in its own context, but the fact that it's supposed to be Ahura is kind of weird. Because she acts like
Wow.
Wesley Crusher. Regardless.
Just like all new versions of Leonard Nimoy do not act like
Yes,
Leonard Nimoy.
exactly. Like, Leonard Nimoy was so good as Spock. So here, X is thinking back to all the
Double?
people who betrayed him, and about how the
Killed me
event...
Maverick once.
This is Maverick Hunter Headquarters.
Zero.
It's good to see you're safe, X. I was really worried about you.
That's the guy voice duo.
Don't worry. It's all over. Go home and rest. You've earned it.
But Zero,
You voiced him in Mega Man 9?
He was a voice in Mega Man 8.
what if I become one of the Mavericks?
Mega Man X?
Don't ask such a silly question. I'm breaking contact now.
Wait, Zero! I'm serious.
That voice is terrible.
If I become a Maverick,
What are you talking
Supposedly,
about?
she
It's
didn't even
wonderful.
know which character she was playing when she recorded that line.
Don't be ridiculous.
But why would they choose a small child?
Because
I don't think they knew.
the people who localized this were too stupid to realize that Mega Man and Mega Man X are different characters.
And also, localization was new.
Jesus
There wasn't a
Christ.
lot of effort put towards it. It was
Yeah.
just a means to an end, really.
Just remember that Resident Evil 1 came out the year before this. So that's the precedent that they were working with.
Man, Metal Gear Solid really changed everything then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That was way, way better.
to be fair, Legends came out the same year as this game, and its localization for the time is pretty good.
Yeah, it's okay.
Why was it localized so terribly? They just didn't respect it at
They
all,
just
or what?
didn't care, is my guess. They're
There's
just
too
like,
much money for something they didn't really understand or care about.
Yeah.
Now they get, Resident Evil. Oh my god.
Well, you know,
That's as bad as it can possibly be.
yeah, that's like... So I think most of the story in that game is actually pretty decent. But it's like
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
they make fun of that in Revelations too. Like you,
Anata.
What?
Anata wa sandwichi desu.
because in Revelations 2
Nice,
you play...
Alonzo.
In Revelations 2 you play it as Claire
There's a
Redfield
cap
and
count.
Barry Burton's daughter, and Barry Burton's daughter has like a thing, had a falling out with her dad. What are you laughing at? That he's skipping over it? Ethan's laughing so hard that we can't hear him over Discord again.
I was drinking water, but I like how he just like about after like 5 minutes of cutscenes, all of a sudden he just skips through it.
Yeah,
It's the ending credits.
It's like fast forwarding the VCR tape.
Mm.
It's like fast forward through. It's just so blatant.
Yeah.
Because the end credits are where we usually talk, but now that Alonso's playing, he skips over it so that we can watch a menu instead.
So Alonzo, are we gonna go back and play Zero, or is this just gonna be it?
Yeah, for today, for that, then I can get 0 next time we record.
Okay.
Are you gonna get cursed on the last boss again?
Probably, but we'll see. I don't know. X4's final boss, that part especially, I just don't enjoy as much. The first part's fine because you can get through it. It's just what happened, which it would have still taken more about the same time. I wanted to have 2 full tanks, but I only had 1.
Mm-hmm.
So what usually would have happened halfway through that fight, I would have just topped up, and then I would be able to do it easy. But for some reason, I guess I forgot to fill it during the boss rush or something. I don't know what happened, but I only had 1 tank to work with. So that's
You
kind
did
of
not have soul, buddy.
yeah. So if I had the 2 tanks, it would have gone faster. But I was basically trying to do a perfect run with it, and it's not, as you saw, as fun or easy to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Final thoughts on the game. Is it a good game, 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10, great game. I love it.
Bad game, 2 out of 10? Michael, what about
I'd
you?
give it a 7 out of 10. It's okay.
I think it's pretty
Since
awesome.
1 is a 7 okay, wouldn't 5 be okay? And 7 be good?
7
No,
is like,
7's usually kind of the average. That's like a C.
yeah. That's what I give it, because it's not a terrible game. It's just not super exciting.
That's not the grading scale I use. I always use 5 as average instead of 7. It seems like 7 is the
Well,
average.
5 at 50%, that's an F.
Yeah, that's
I know, but I'm not using the school grading scale.
yeah. But
It's like,
how we
is 10% the same as 50% to you then if they're both fails?
yeah, no,
I mean, like,
50% means you're only getting 50%. Like in accuracy, if you're only getting 50%, that's not good. If you're doing 70%, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
See you on the next episode of Mega Man.
See you next episode
Mega
where
Man
Ethan can
14.
update his grading scale so that way 50% doesn't mean mediocre to him.
Ethan, edit in a storm cloud raining pee on the planet Earth.